Ahead of Memorial Day, a group of protesters in Kentucky decided that it would be a great idea to have imagery of the governor, Democratic Governor Andy Beshear, burning an effigy. This was a group referred to as Take Back Kentucky, and they hosted this so called freedom oriented rally on Sunday in the state capitol. This was in front of the governor's mansion. And we're going to show you an image that's disgusting, but it shows you the type of behavior that took place during this protest. And so they claim that they were protesting in order to protect their Second Amendment rights. Two men, including one reportedly wearing an armband of the far-right Three Percenters militia, helped hang the effigy of Beshear, bearing the message, thus always to tyrants. Okay. And the effigy was later taken down. What's interesting about this, though, is there was actually some condemnation coming from Republicans, which, to be quite honest with you, is rare these days. Usually they're either silent on issues like this or they'll just straight up motivate it. So I want to skip ahead to a tweet by Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell said, as a strong defender of the First Amendment, I believe Americans have the right to peacefully protest. However, today's action toward Governor Beshear is unacceptable. There's no place for hate in Kentucky. So there were, again, some right-wingers who didn't like this, including militia members who weren't concerned about the, violent imagery. They were more concerned about what this would do to the image of the militia groups. So you have that.
Yeah. So, look, I think that it crossed the line for Mitch McConnell because he thinks, well, if we encourage them to kill politicians too much, I'm a politician, and I'm from Kentucky. So, look, I'm glad he's upset, or at least condemns it. So that's good, but that's the state of Republicans in this country. The bar is so low that when a Republican politician condemns threatening to murder a governor, we're actually surprised. We're like, oh, wow, the Republican leader said it was wrong to murder politicians, at least Democratic ones. Wow. Okay, the Republicans apparently have some limit. That's how far they've sunk. I swear to God, when I saw the Mitch McConnell tweet, I was like, he condemned murder. Interesting. Didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Republican Party has become so incredibly indecent and has shown itself as a group of people who do not actually care about the lives of others. I mean, every day it serves as a reminder of that. And since I mentioned her earlier, I want to make sure that I name her and give you her statement. 3%er Kentucky State Secretary Patsy Case Bush told the Courier-Journal that she was against the effigy because she didn't want it to hurt the militia's image. But then she also added this: we're at a point where rallies and shouting and hollering is just not working anymore. Oh, okay. So let's take it further. Let's encourage violence. Let's go one step, further in what you're doing here, because God forbid we have politicians who want to protect people in the middle of a pandemic. They think that their rights are being violated because of stay-at-home orders. It's just, this is what we're dealing with. Like, every issue, even public health issues, have become like violently politicized when they don't need to be.
Yeah. We're going to be in super dangerous times. And look, the right wing is naturally more prone to violence, and they believe might is right. And not every right winger, of course, but ideologically, they are closer to that position. But there is now rising anger on the left, and there's no hope in sight. So either you're going to get a corporate Democrat like Biden, who is telling the billionaires you're going to get nothing changed at all, or you're going to have Trump, monster of monsters. And I would be very surprised if violence did not come from the left as well, no matter who wins. And when that happens, God help us all, because we're all going to be caught in the crossfire. everybody in America is armed. And if the left does anything, the right can't wait to answer with violence. So, I hope I'm wrong. I desperately hope I'm wrong. And I'm hated by both factions. So at least I've got that going for me. But this hanging politicians in effigy, it's just begun. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm trying to do everything in my tiny little power to make sure it doesn't happen, but nobody's listening, and it's going to get way worse before it gets better.
By the way, thus always tyrants, which was the messaging that I alluded to earlier, is actually what Booth said before shooting Lincoln.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.